Oh my god.
You need to put that
That's
in.
gonna be the intro. Alright, Josh, you're doing the intro.
It's your boy. That's all I got.
Alright.
I don't you usually do like the intros like come up with a word?
No,
or
so
a
that's the
phrase?
initiation. So actually,
We have to be the initiation.
yeah. So this is, I don't even know what freaking episode this is anymore. But so the initiation, guys, it's you say a word or a phrase into the mic on 3.
All at the same time.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Does everyone have a word?
Does it have? Yeah.
I
Okay.
have
Yes,
one.
it has to be appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep
We had 2 episodes
You
in
had-
a row where I had to bleep it out.
Was it Andrew?
No, it was
No.
shoot, I forget. My friend said
Owen.
something.
Owen said something. No, it was Caden. Caden said something.
Kate said something.
He said something racist.
Yeah, I said I cut that entire segment out. I cut
I was
that
not
entire
expecting it from
conversation.
Caden.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys have your word?
Yep.
I got my word.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Johnny
Come
says
on.
to stay cool.
Okay, you said wait, what?
That's a phrase, not a word.
Johnny says
It's
to
a
stay
word or a
cool.
phrase.
Oh, word or phrase.
Did you hear the? Okay, so Isaac, he went for 2 minutes. He just told this random story that he made up on the spot.
He did. He like literally like just like then he's like talking straight into the mic. It was
That
I
was
love that part.
impressive.
Okay.
It was. It just 2 minutes straight. Didn't take a breath. Nothing.
Okay. What did you say?
Kumquats.
What?
It's here. Anytime somebody says come up with a random word, I think of fruit, and kumquats are the first one because it's a kumquat.
What did you say?
I said scam.
Yeah, sure.
This is a scam.
This is. I mean, I was gonna
Sour
say
Patch Kids are a scam.
That. Okay,
Please
so
give me your
what-
social
we-
security number.
No. So what, we were talking about how this room looked.
Mhm.
Okay, so we had dinner. I walked up and I was moving.
What'd you have for dinner?
We had hamburgers, tater tots, and corn.
Ooh, where's my invite?
Where did you have for dinner?
Nothing.
You have the donuts.
It's true.
Oh,
I had a
we
donut.
did have donuts.
Okay, so I come up here. I move this desk that way because it's usually against the wall,
Mhm.
and the entire left side of the desk falls apart.
Oh no.
The whole thing is
Yeah, so like you can even hear like look, it just like cracks.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't want to look at that.
Dig it.
I'll show you that later. Okay. So as you can see, I've got every single layer just on the bottom because it fell out.
Oh no.
The bottom, like this, was like angled, and it
kind
was
of wizardry.
really bad. I don't know what you took, but it's probably worthless. Yep, like I said.
Why do you have
Oh my
12? Why do you have 12 air fresheners?
Because I got it for Christmas.
That's amazing.
I can't even use them. My dad is like freaks out whenever I put it in.
Stop it. Put those away.
So, and then what happened, my event happened first. So, his mom got me a pack of Sour Patch Kids just because she asked what kind of candy I wanted.
Yeah.
That box right there. And I came up here and I was going to open it, and the bag just wouldn't open. And you probably can guess what happened. The whole thing just comes apart, and there's how there's like the sour powdered sugar is everywhere.
Everywhere.
So then I was like, oh my gosh. And then he comes in.
Yeah, I didn't even say. I just walk into the room. There's Sour Patch Kids
Yeah.
all over my room.
Yeah, and then he comes over here to do something, and then this just completely falls apart.
Yeah.
So now
So
now
you
there's
guys,
like markers
If you had
and
come
stuff
in
all
like
over the floor.
10 minutes earlier, we would have not been prepared. It would have been terrible.
It's okay. The background stuff isn't important.
Yeah, and if you look,
Yeah.
I've eaten a couple, but it pretty much just came with that many. It's a scam.
It is a
That is
scam. That's
What does
crazy.
the package say?
The box candy does not give you your money
No.
worth.
It's a scam.
That's
That's why the
'cause
movie
it's-
theater. It's all
Movie
box
theaters.
candy.
Movie
Yeah.
theaters are a scam.
And they taste bad too.
They do.
They make you
like
taste
the
different.
bagged stuff always tastes
They
better.
make you pay for an uncomfortable seat in a large
Yeah, I thought
room with
Lay's-
so many
No, if you
people.
get the good, like the IMAX or like the good seats, the reclining ones, then I'm okay with that.
You're a scam.
I had this coupon for a movie theater, and it was like, get free popcorn with a medium drink. I'm like, okay, I'll save money on this. I go, okay, can I have a medium drink? They're like, that'll be $6.
What?
What?
For a drink?
I thought I was saving
I'd
money.
go to McDonald's and get it for $1.
Yeah.
You just wear baggy pants and you pack your stuff in there.
That's what I always do.
Yeah,
Wintertime is the
so
best.
much
Guys get
stuff.
packs. We once stuck a whole pizza in a movie theater, like an entire pizza. We like shoved it under. Remember Josh Macbeth?
Oh yeah.
We shoved it under his shirt, and we walk in a movie theater. We also brought a 2-liter, like an actual like Dr Pepper 2-liter.
Oh.
I had a bunch of straws, and everyone just put the straw in and was just drinking. Everyone had their own straw, so we just pass it down and just.
Yeah, fighting back.
Hey,
Yeah,
can I
fight
get the Dr. Pepper?
Then we'd sneak in like king size candy in our coats.
Oh yeah, that's what we always just
Up
stop.
the sleeve.
Yeah, we stopped by just Fred Meyer, which is right across the street. We're like, oh shoot, we forgot candy. Guess we're going to Fred Meyer.
Going to friend mine.
Do you bring long sleeves?
You remember when we movie hopped?
Dude, we movie hopped so. We actually brought a beach ball into a movie theater once, and we started playing volleyball with the beach ball.
Wow, what movie was that?
Baby Driver.
Playmobil movie?
No.
Hey, that was a good movie.
We used to movie.
That
we
movie
used to
made
movie hop,
like
too.
maybe $5,000 total.
We used to go into a movie theater, sit down, watch the movie. We knew the other one was starting, so we just hop into the next one. We wouldn't pay. We
I
were
haven't
kids.
actually never movie hopped.
It's super fun.
So
Why,
much
the
the
Playmobil?
adrenaline. You're
It's
like, I'm not
also-
gonna get caught. Like,
The Playmobil movie made $16 million.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing.
That's way higher than I thought it would be.
it's too much.
Oh my, yeah, that is way too much.
Is it
So
Joe
you guys-
Biden?
No,
No.
that's
It's not Joe Biden.
Sir Ludwig Gutman.
That's a fake name. You just made that up.
No.
Who is he?
He's a German
He's a-
neurologist.
German British.
CBEFRS. I don't know what that means.
He was born July 3rd. Dude, it's almost his birthday.
Whoa.
His birthday tomorrow.
No, it's his birthday today.
Is it?
Yeah,
the
it's
third.
David.
It is the third. Hey.
Well, that's probably
That's
why,
why
it's
he's
the
on
good
the-
one.
Shut up, okay? He was born in 1899 and he died March 18th, 1980.
Wow,
I don't
It's
know
a
what
long
he did,
life.
it's good to know.
but you know, what's he famous for?
He, I guess he created the like the Olympics for people with disabilities. I think.
Special Olympics.
Yeah,
Special
that.
Nice.
Interesting.
Mhm. All right, so let's get into the questions I ask everyone. What's your favorite movie?
Braveheart.
You can't take my movie.
Okay, fine. Interstellar.
Okay.
Braveheart.
Braveheart and Interstellar. Okay, so Interstellar. That's the.
That's the movie with the dinosaurs.
No,
and they're at like
no,
a
it's
theme
not.
park.
Stop.
Wasn't that Christopher Nolan?
I don't know. It's a Matthew McConaughey movie, and the only real important line in the
Yeah.
whole movie is when he goes, "Merv!" and that's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's Christopher Nolan. He made The Dark Knight and Inception, all that stuff.
Oh, The Dark Knight? Braveheart. Oh my
Braveheart.
gosh. I can watch that movie time and time again.
Mel Gibson
Mel Gibson's a
can't
homie.
get much
Like,
better than Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson's my dad.
At least old Mel Gibson, not the.
I thought I was your dad.
Nope, you're not my father.
Super confused now.
I thought I was your dad.
No, you're my granddad.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's
He's an old man.
he's my dad?
You're my grandson. Figure it out.
I'm his great grandpa.
Yep.
I think. Is that how family trees work?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Eventually, you just stop following the branches and cut the whole tree down because it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Okay, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Neither.
Coke.
What?
They both suck.
Noah likes Mountain Dew. That's it.
No, I like
Mountain
other
Dew and
soda.
like Sprite.
I don't
and,
like-
ginger
Well, you have to
beer.
answer the question.
I don't like brown sodas.
Yeah, he doesn't like dark sodas.
So-
he likes light.
Okay.
So he was
put
the
it
only
this
person
way.
not drinking.
He liked root
Dr.
beer. He likes
Pepper
root beer.
in the movie theater.
Put it this way: if I were to give you a can of
Appetizer.
Coke and a can of Pepsi, which one would you like throw over your shoulder first?
Probably the Pepsi.
Yeah.
I was
So that's
Pepsi's
Coke.
gross. Pepsi's got like a weird taste to
It's
it.
not.
One of them,
gross.
I think
but it's
Pepsi
more
was
sweet.
Pepsi was meant to be drank warm.
What?
Yeah,
I think you're right. I remember
I
hearing
think
something
Pepsi
about
came
this.
out first, and for some reason they like the way they designed the flavor. It was meant to be drank warm,
room temperature.
and then
And like uncarbonated.
Coke was the counter because people were like, "Wow, that's really gross," and so Coca-Cola made Coke, and they were like, "Oh wow, that's a little bit better." But they're
So
both gross.
actually, Andrew, he actually does like his soda.
He does.
Flat and
He
warm.
does. I work
Mom
with
likes
him.
it like that.
I work with him. I'll watch
It's
him in the
so
morning.
weird.
He'll put it in the center console. He'll open it just a little bit, and he like lets it sit for half the day, and it's warm, and he'll just start drinking it. It's gross. It's disgusting.
He's just drinking sugar water at that point.
Disgusting.
Syrup.
Yeah, basically, you're just taking maple syrup into your mouth. Okay, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Yes and no.
No. Would you like an answer?
No. So here, there's a qualifying factor to it.
Here we go.
I played this game in college. We had a game called Sandwich Punch.
Yeah.
The rules of Sandwich Punch are as follows. Anything in between two separate pieces of bread that has had a bite taken out of it is a punchable sandwich. Anything in between two pieces of bitten bread, like literally anything, bread with a bite taken out of it is a sandwich. Therefore, a hot dog the bun is still in one piece, not a sandwich. If the bun has separated,
but if I go to Subway and they only cut my sandwich halfway open, then it's not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich. It's a sub.
So it's based on the bread.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you say? What do you say to people who are like, "Oh, it's a hot dog because it's one of its kind in the meat."
But it's meat.
It's a wiener.
It's a wiener in a sub bread.
I don't accept that.
It's a sub.
It's a sub. It's not a sandwich. Or a hot dog. Also, in a weird roundabout kind of way, spaghetti can be a sandwich. We debated this for about 20 minutes, and finally, sandwich won out, and spaghetti got punched.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Cheez-Its or Goldfish?
I can't.
Okay. Are you?
Dang it, Noah!
You only get one answer.
Well, no, it's because I can't have it. I've never had either.
If you say Cheez-Its, I'll give you $3.
Wow.
Okay, is it just like
Bribery?
basic Cheez-Its versus basic Goldfish?
Yes.
Yep.
Goldfish? Like, no. Like, Cheez-Its.
No, you can't.
I'm answering my own question.
If you can pick any flavor of Cheez-Its versus any flavor of
Nope,
Goldfish.
just regular and regular.
Plain and plain.
Frick.
You're going to say Cheez-Its because it has more flavor. Goldfish, it's like, oh man, no wonder these are meant for kids. They have no flavor.
Okay, for the original.
Just the original.
Cheez-Its.
Yes, hands down.
Anything else, Goldfish.
Amen. Hallelujah. He's right.
The only ones I like are the bacon.
Those are disgusting.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Those
You
are
clearly have not tasted the flavor blasted Goldfish.
I have.
Yeah.
You actually have not.
Have you ever had the white cheddar
Those are gross.
Cheez-Its?
It tastes like chalk.
You taste like chalk.
They look like chocolate.
Yeah.
No, it's delicious.
That's gross.
They're
Get out of
alright,
here with
but
the
dude,
shenanigans.
the best Goldfish, it's a Parmesan and pizza Goldfish all in one bag.
But do you say Parmesan? What's the other one?
Parmesan.
Parmesan or Parmesan?
Just
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
According to our friend Luke, it said Parmesan and should be said Parmesan.
Parmesan.
That's how I say it. That's so good. Parmesan. We literally were in like Buffalo Wild Wings, and he's like, we're arguing hardcore, and he's like, waiter, come here, waitress, whoever it was. She's like, what? What can I help you with? He goes, how do you say Parmesan? I'm like, full on debate, and she like, whatever she says, we went with, and she said Parmesan. So we're like, Luke, you're wrong.
Yeah. Parmesan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Parmesan?
Parmesan.
What are you, Greek or something?
That's how you spell
It's
it.
actually, I'm pretty sure it's Parmesan, but I still like saying Parmesan because it bugs Luke.
It's
Parmesan.
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 Wait a minute. Okay, sure. Is cereal soup?
No.
Only if it's warm.
Everything's just
You can
warm.
eat cold soup.
Yeah, but that's gross.
Yeah.
Why would you?
That's
You have a microwave and you have a can and that's all you got.
disgusting.
You're sitting on a fire and you're hungry and all you see is a can of soup, so you grab it under the thing and start eating.
I mean, but if it's a can of soup, then clearly
But
it's
it's
already
cold.
soup. The cereal is soup if it's warm.
okay.
Microwave cereal.
I kind of want to try that. Do you put so when you run out of milk, are you that desperate to use water in your cereal?
Okay, so
I'm not,
funny
no.
story. When I got here, he came up to me like, "We don't have. You need to eat breakfast, but we don't have milk because they have like cow milk, but I can't have cow milk or else I'll die." And then he was like, "Oh, we can go to the store to get milk," and I was like, "I could just use water."
And I was just I made him go to the store and get almond milk.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
Because it's better.
have you done that before?
well, no, but I don't see what
It's
What the whole
would
big
be
problem?
It's
such a
a-
huge problem.
It's a no.
It's a no
it
for
would,
me.
I think for people that are used to milk, it would be a travesty. But I guess
Like I can't.
you wouldn't know any different.
Like I've seen my dad do it. He'll literally be making breakfast in the morning. We're leaving around the same time. He'll open the fridge and he'll just go, "There's no milk." And I look at him and he debates it for a minute. And I look over. And he turns on the sink. And he just like looks over, and turns it off, and he starts eating it.
At that
and I
moment,
hear him grunting the entire time. Like
at that point, dry cereal's worth it.
it is.
It depends on the
I'd rather
cereal,
try.
though.
That's true.
Lucky Charms.
Ozen bran. Wow.
Raisin bran.
I was gonna
Why
say.
would you even want
I was gonna
Raisin
say oat bran.
Are you 80 years old?
No, like
Ozen bran.
you think of like the typical worst cereal that you can think of.
Oh yeah, Raisin
Typically,
bran.
it's Raisin Bran.
I
like it,
no,
but-
it's what was that cereal on the Dude Perfect video? Did you see that one? It was like blueberry grits or something.
No. Grits are just bad.
Yeah, that looked like the worst cereal I've ever seen. Apple or Samsung?
Apple, hands
Nerd.
down.
Samsung.
Noah and I have always had this debate.
I feel like
It's
you're
only been
more
a
of a
couple years
nerd
now,
if you like
actually.
Samsung.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I actually care.
Yeah.
Why Samsung?
Not a sheep.
Why Samsung?
And I'm not a sheep.
So I actually used to be, so up until about 4 years ago, I was a Samsung person. And I liked the freedom of being able to do whatever I wanted, like be able to like have widgets, because Apple didn't have that yet, and have this
open
and that,
system.
and have an open system. But then I converted to Apple, and I won't go back, because
You just like
everything's
Samsung
connected.
Sam, huh?
It's like converting
Huh?
to Christian.
You just like Samsung
Yeah,
Sam.
on the dark
the
side.
I was like on the dark side,
No.
and I'm, the light side.
Do you know who Samsung Sam is?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I might have to show you a picture.
Okay.
No.
Samsung Sam.
No, the reason I don't like Apple, one, it's because
Just saying
costs too
you
much.
might
it's
suffer consequences for
it does.
searching this up.
it costs way too much.
That's
Oh.
Samsung's new mascot.
Ugh.
Samsung Sam.
Like this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like
didn't even know that existed.
a month
I know.
ago.
Is it an AI?
Looks like it.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
pretty
It
much.
looks like someone who would be in Fortnite.
Fortnite.
It looks like that movie Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
It looks like, but
heard
her
that.
eyes are smaller.
David's
I heard
favorite
that,
movie.
No, her eyes are huge.
Are they?
Or Alita.
It's true.
Alita's
It
are.
is.
This chick's looks.
Also, I wanted to search something.
Yeah, look. What? What?
They look alike. I see you.
Yeah, but her eyes
Her
are...
eyes
eyes
are
are
way
super big.
Yeah, they're way bigger.
Wait, was Alita Battle Angel animated or?
Yes,
It was animated.
partially. Well, no, fully.
I'm pretty
was
sure
funny.
it's just her eyes.
It is. So it was originally a Japanese visual novel,
Yeah.
not a manga. So it was,
A mango.
no, so it was altered a little bit. Anyway, Apple's gross, and I don't like it because
Why?
it costs too much money, and you know
Samsungs are like just as much money.
my Samsung S8 was $600.
Yeah, that was 2018.
The same generation of iPhone when it came out was $900 in the same year.
Who is that?
That's Austin Geeter.
I don't know who it is. Austin Geeter.
You see the resemblance, right?
Yeah.
I do. I could get like 10 pounds in my face.
Thank goodness.
Okay. The camera. Okay. Is
Ask me
water
the next
is
one.
water wet?
Don't ask me that question.
Why?
This is stupid.
Josh refuses to answer.
It's a podcast.
I will not
Come
answer
on.
it. I
Come
can't.
on. Come
Okay,
on.
that's a yes.
Yes, water is wet for him.
Yes.
It's because it is. It's not for him. It's just it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a matter of fact.
Tell me if you feel wet.
My answer to that question is water wet only if two molecules are touching. Water makes things wet.
That's true.
Therefore, a single molecule of water is not wet. But the moment it touches something else or
It is
another
wet.
water molecule touches it, it becomes wet because they make each other wet.
Yeah.
But
that's
wait,
kinda
wait. So
what
if that one water molecule touches something else, how does that something else become wet?
Because the
Because
water is
the water
making it wet.
molecule. Yeah, so that water molecule is wet.
No,
How's that?
Well,
even
if
make sense?
I
pure
don't know.
water touches pure
But-
water, then it's still not wet.
exactly.
Because like, if the question is like, if you just take a handful of water,
Does something have water on it? Therefore, it's wet. If only one piece of water is by itself, it can't make itself wet.
But what's one
because
piece of
there's
water?
not I don't know.
It's like a drop. Just is
sounds
it a
like
piece of water?
For the argument's sake, a
Sounds like
piece
an
of
anime.
water.
This is too scientific
Dude,
for me.
I would have. We were at the lake today. I wish you would have said that because I would have asked the question. How many pieces of water do you think is in this river?
At least
right now?
12.
Whoa.
It's better lighting for the camera, I'm not gonna lie.
I believe it.
Glad you thought of it.
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking earlier about some stories you guys have. So you guys have been friends for what, 17 years?
Oh, no.
15.
How old am I?
14 or 14 going on 15.
Yeah, almost 15 years.
Dang.
So you guys better have some good stories to tell.
Some good stories to tell.
Unfortunately, not all of them are appropriate.
A lot of them are
Well,
not
that's
appropriate,
perfect.
which we will not say on this podcast. So that way they're never known.
This is a PG podcast.
That's true.
It is. I'm trying to think of a good one. It's like one of the first times I met Noah. We used to have all-nighters at my house, right?
Not him, not me.
This Noah, this guy. We used to have all-nighters at my house, right? So an all-nighter to us is like getting 2 cases of 24 packs of Mountain Dew and playing Halo till at least 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we like Halo. We're Xbox, by the way. So like Halo, Xbox. Like this is what we were.
PlayStation sucks.
PlayStation does not really suck anymore. It's actually better, but I still will have Xbox because I've always had Xbox.
PC Master Race.
Desperately trying
PC
to
Master Race.
Continue.
But so we used to have all-nighters, right? And so like we had, was it 14? We had 14 guys in like my bedroom. And so it was David's all-nighter, right? My older brother. It was technically his all-nighter, but I had like all my friends over too. We had like I want to say like 14 guys, and it was like 100 degrees, if not more, outside. So like we were like the top story of the house, so all that heat's rising. So I'd say it was probably like 110 in our room, and like we were just dying of
Sounds
heat.
like this week.
It was terrible.
It was about that hot.
And I just remember like everyone like we got tired because of the heat, so we all stopped playing video games. I don't know what time it was, but I just remember like trying to go downstairs, and it was 2 friends of mine. It was Andrew Paulson and Noah, and Andrew was on the on the second landing. So Noah's on the first landing. As I'm walking down the stairs, I just trip over Noah's body, right? So Noah fell asleep on the stairs.
Oh.
And I just trip over his body, and I like get down to the rest of the stairs. I'm like, all right, I'm clear. And then I ran over Andrew too. Like, it's just like, I was like, guys, there's room upstairs. They're like, this is comfortable, but like it's like a square landing, and they're like curled up in like a ball, just sleeping.
That's true.
Is that from that moment on, after I kicked Noah in the face, I knew we were going to be good friends?
I did not know that, in fact.
Wait, how old did you say you were?
I was probably 11.
Yeah.
11 or 12.
Okay.
I'd have been,
I was probably 12.
I'd have been
And you're
about
pulling
12.
all-nighters.
He was probably 12.
Yeah. This was
Oh,
during
dude,
this is during
I
the
started.
summer.
So like my brother's 4 years older than me, and all of his friends would come over. He's the one like really like had people over all the time. So then I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my friends come over too, and because he was friends with David first. I actually didn't like Noah when I first met him. I was like, this guy's a douche nug.
It's true.
This guy's not cool. He's rude.
I didn't like Josh either.
And then one day, I don't know what it was, we just connected.
I think it's when we started going to work together.
That's when we
No,
really
before,
started connecting.
yeah.
It was before then, but here's where the fun begins, right?
Oh boy.
So Noah and I first really became good friends. We both started working at the same greenhouse in high school. It was like our first job.
JCG for life.
JCG, Jones Country Garden. Man, what a place. So Noah and I got to work with each other a lot, right? So like our boss's name, Chad, right?
Perfect.
Chad. You know what we called him?
Beautiful.
Not to his face. We never call him to his face. We'd call him Chadikins. So I'd be like, hey Noah, Chadikins wants us to move those flowers over there. I never called. I think at the very end when I was ready to quit, I started dating his daughter.
Awkward.
I started as like, I can't work for you anymore. But I was like, yeah, okay, Chadikins. And I like looked at him, and he looked at me, and I was like, and just kind of walked away. But we started working at a greenhouse together back in 2014, 2015.
Somewhere in there.
I think it was right. Probably I think it was the beginning of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That was long ago. How old are you in 2015?
11.
Nice.
All right.
I was
15.
Yeah, I forget how old I was.
I would have been 15.
That's a lot of, I don't know.
It was a lot of years. No, it was like 1 year older than me.
That's true.
Like a single year. But we started working at the greenhouse together, so we have so many stories of that, of just like messing around. We used to like pass our coworker, and to make her laugh, we'd start doing that. Making my way downtown, walking fast, and we just start singing. And she'd look at us and like say we're idiots, but she'd love it.
True. Do you remember the time that you blamed me for burning down your garage on my birthday?
Yep, my garage burned down in the Is it the 8th grade?
No, maybe it was for you. I was definitely in high school.
Yeah, you were a freshman.
Same thing. We had another all-nighter at Josh and David's house. Stayed up all night, played Halo, played games, blah, 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 whatever else. Woke up the next morning. It's probably like 10 o'clock.
It's winter, too, so it's like cold.
It was winter, you're right. Because it was a weekend.
Yep.
And then, also my birthday's in February, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Thanks for that. Thank you. Left David's house. Went to our friend Sean's house. Josh's house. Thank you. Went to Sean's house. That was like across town, so it was like literally a 10-minute walk. We get to Sean's house. We're there for maybe 2 minutes, and then David gets a call. The garage is on fire. You need to come home. And we're all just like, what? We were just there. Nothing happened.
I remember because I was gonna go with them, but I was like, man, I really need a shower. I need some time. It's like, all right, y'all go. I'll meet you there later. So I'm like in the shower, and I just got out, and I went to go get my stuff together, put all my stuff in my bag.
Put his makeup on,
do my hair. I had nice, gorgeous hair at the time, and
bowl cut.
Yeah, it was a bowl cut. And all I hear is my mom starts screaming. And I come downstairs and I look over, and she's like, "Look out the window!" I just hear garage is on fire. like it's not like tiny flames. Like I look out and I'm looking in the door. The door is just like flames coming out of the door.
Wait, so the inside was on fire? The whole
inside.
thing?
The inside started on fire, but then eventually the whole thing burnt up. Mm-hmm. But so my mom's like, "Get the dog outside!" Like because the garage is right next to the house. Mm-hmm. So she's like, "You gotta get out of here." My sister's friend was over and she was in the shower, so she finally got out, went and got changed, and she ran outside. So we're all like in the front. We're calling 911, all that. Calling my dad's on like a men's retreat, so he's not even around. Like, "Dad, we need you to come home now." So he like zipped around and came back. But I just remember like y'all like rolled up. You're like, "Wow, the garage is on fire." All right. You're like.
Somehow it was already on fire when we left. We just didn't see it
or hear it, smell it, nothing.
Nothing's because we
probably went out the front door.
No, we went out the back door next to the garage. So we went out the back door. I don't remember if we walked or drove. I think we drove.
Probably drove. So I was going to ride my bike over.
Yeah, it was literally like 5 minutes from the time we left their house and got to Sean's was about 5 minutes, and like the garage is on fire. And we're like, I didn't do it. Like, it's not me. I promise. It was also my birthday, so somehow they blame me for it.
So what happened was my dad has a table saw in the garage, and he loved his table saw, and it burnt up. He was so mad.
So cute.
But he loved his table saw. He had this nice table saw. And the dust from the wood must have gotten too close to the outlet, like built up, and he didn't notice it. And it must have just like jolted energy, and it just like, and it caught on fire. Okay. We had to build a whole new garage.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa cut his index finger off on a table saw.
Nice. Our neighbor did that. She was like, it was her first time using a table saw, and she just guts 2 of her fingers off. She just like, she's like 60 years old too at the time. So we were like, get her to the hospital.
Well, when you're 60 years old, all you have to do is pop your fingers.
Just pop your fingers. Crippling on
now I'm crippled.
Do you guys pop your fingers a lot?
Yes.
Yeah,
all the time.
I do.
Yeah. They don't do
I
it.
pop my neck a lot.
They don't do it much anymore.
My shoulders.
I'm probably going to paralyze myself.
Ready?
Is that your arm or your...
It's my shoulder.
Oh.
It's gross.
I used to be able to pop my jaw.
I can do that on occasion. The best is when you pop your wrists.
Yeah.
I can never do it.
I can do it once in a while when I just don't do it for like a day. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Try to think of more stories. What are you thinking? More
if you
stories.
have any questions about Western Washington, I can answer them.
Oh,
but
I'd love to. How often does it rain?
In the summer, not too often, but everywhere else, it's like every day.
That's amazing. Have you been to the rainforest?
Yes.
Is it cool?
It's pretty cool, but like it's pretty cool. But it's kind of like here, really.
Really?
Or if you go to Idaho, it's kind of like that too. It's just maybe a little bit more dense trees.
If you have any questions about the Midwest, we've got you.
The answer is corn.
Corn or wheat?
That's every question.
And beans. Don't forget the beans.
Bags.
Tortillas.
Oh.
How do you say bag? Bag. Okay.
Bag.
B-A-G?
Yeah.
Is it bog in
No.
Chicago?
Beg.
Beg.
Can I get you a beg?
Can I get a bag of Cheetos?
A bag of Cheetos.
You know what's
They
funny?
also say flag.
Do you beg for money? Yeah, sure. Here's a bag.
There you go.
I know someone that's debates if it's bagel or bagel.
Bagel.
Wow, that's him.
Really?
I am convinced. I always say bagel, but I know it's boggle. Like
Boggle?
I
Boggle.
don't think it is.
It's like three.
I know people who say
variations.
boggle.
They're wrong.
Do you know?
They are.
Okay, I know.
Still.
I know the English language is really bad,
Terrible.
but you know that like A-G-E, the A makes an A sound.
Boggle.
Well, wait a minute. So here's the thing.
Boggle.
A-G-E is a word, and that says age.
Yeah, the
Therefore,
age-
B-A-G-E-L should be bagel.
It's true.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because you don't say, like, agriculture, so it could be bagel.
bagel.
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
Agriculture?
I'm so glad I learned the English language as like the first language because it's so hard to learn.
My mom
English.
majored in English when she was in China, and like now my mom and dad just go at it because my dad's white, my mom's Chinese, and they'll just go at it. And my mom's like, "Oh, English, what a stupid language," and then my dad's like, "Are you kidding me? Chinese is the most primitive language I've ever heard." like the term "hello" in Chinese is "ni hao," which directly translates to "you good."
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So,
I mean, if it gets the point across.
so you guys live in Chicago, right? Or
Outside
you
of
lived in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Mhm.
How are you still alive?
You know, you just don't walk the streets.
Mhm.
You don't go out past 11 unless you're this guy because it has to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
You just, if you see some shady people passing on some packages, you just walk the other way.
Okay.
I worked at a Whole Foods, and I lived in there for school. And I would work afternoon shifts into the evening, so I'd get done at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And I'd have to walk back like a mile and a half to school.
Well, at least it
through-
was Whole Foods.
Yeah. Whole Foods was a nice place.
Everywhere.
The
around
moment you
Whole
got like a
Foods.
block past it was a little sketchy, and then, walking all the way back to school wasn't so good. I definitely witnessed drug deals, like, every night.
Yeah, I witnessed drugs.
I watched
as
a
well.
guy on a bicycle ride up to a apartment complex in a trench coat. He got off the bicycle and opened his trench coat and pulled out various
Like you've
baggies
seen
of
it.
things and would pass them to the guy in the doorway. And then the guy looked around real quick and slammed the door and ran away. And the guy on the bicycle hopped on and looked around real quick and rode the other direction. And I was like, "Bye guys,
I see you.
I'm leaving now."
Yeah, I witnessed
I've
drug
seen-
deals in school all the time. Like, I'll go in, this guy will, hey, come here. Pulls, this big tube out of his pocket. He's like,
Here you go.
here you go.
Here's the money.
Yeah.
I heard something where, if you ever find yourself in, a sketchy neighborhood and you have, a car or a phone, just search up Barnes and Noble and just go there, and that should get you out of the sketchy neighborhood.
Okay, makes sense.
I mean, I can't think of a Barnes & Noble in a sketchy neighborhood. Or near a sketchy neighborhood. Maybe the one in Seattle,
Or
but...
Starbucks.
No, there's definitely...
Nope.
some
There
sketchy
was a
Starbucks.
stabbing at the Starbucks in Chicago.
Oh, that's true.
So Noah went to
I
a
don't
Bible college. He went to Moody. Right around the corner of Moody was a McDonald's, and apparently everyone there calls it the McSketch
It is.
because it's the sketchiest McDonald's ever.
It's a 24-hour McDonald's. They have 24-hour security because there's lots of homeless people and also gang members in that area. And there have been multiple robberies in a single day at that McDonald's. Because people are like, "Oh, we cased it yesterday. They probably have another $50." And they'll go back in and take it again. So they started putting 20
Well, there was one of the
there.
security guys got stabbed
Yep.
2 years ago or last year, whatever it was. He got
Yep.
stabbed protecting money at McDonald's. I would have been like, "Nope, it's yours. Take it. Goodbye."
We're
You can have
McDonald's.
it. We're McDonald's.
We're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can take it.
I don't know if that McDonald's still exists.
Probably doesn't.
It has to be alive.
That
Have I told
VP
you
that
guys
was there,
my
too.
Seattle story?
No, please
Man,
don't.
this is good. So we're on a cross country trip. We went to Seattle. Don't even ask. We're in downtown. We're going through Pike Place, and obviously there's all these people. They're just sitting there, just
True.
And so we go into this McDonald's, and of course it's really expensive because it's Seattle. And so we had 6 total people. 3 guys decided they didn't want McDonald's. They're like, we're going to go down the street to Subway and we'll meet you back here. We're like, okay, cool, see ya. We get in line. First thing that happens, a dude drops a 6-inch knife out of his bag, not covered at all. He's like, oh, shoot. Just puts it back in his bag, acts like nothing happened. The scout people are like, oh, classic. So we order our food, we come back. The 3 guys from Subway come back. We're like, where's your food? They're like, the Subway just got robbed.
All right.
They said
That's Seattle for you.
they walked in and all the chairs and tables were knocked over, like the chip stand, and the guy in there was like freaking out. He's like, oh, we're closed. And he's like, yeah, we got robbed. We're go. Oh yeah, we also caught a shoplifter at Shopgo in Seattle.
Nice.
One of my friends saw this guy like bagging stuff, and then he went into the bathroom. So he just told the police, and he walks out with this guy in handcuffs.
Nice.
Amazing.
So Seattle and Chicago are very fun.
Yeah, I live in a little town. It's called Mount Lake Terrace. It's like a suburb of Seattle.
Gotcha.
And like last week, my dad walked out, and I think my dad told you about this one. Someone laid a steamy like right next to our fence, like a fat steamy, and there was like toilet paper and stuff like that. So, and my dad didn't know. If he didn't know, I would have like just run it over with the lawnmower or something. And so the neighbors had to tell my dad, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, giant pile of crap right there, and just toilet paper." So my dad like. A lot of people play in our bamboo and we don't like it, so he just chucked the turds in the middle of the bamboo, and it's like little toddlers that play in the bamboo. And it's like tall grass too, because I can't get in there with the lawnmower. They're too close together, so if some toddler just walks by, they might step in it. And my dad, with the toilet paper, just burned it.
Oh man.
Nice.
Which is kind of like my work. I work in a small business called Access Medical. We rent out like wheelchairs and stuff like that. It's in downtown Seattle. Along the street, we have multiple people lay steamies on the wall. Multiple. And then there's like a little cut-off pipe where a light post used to be. And it was my first day there, and I just walk around the corner taking the garbage out. Probably one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. I looked in the cut-off light post, and it's just like full to the brim with needles. And I told my boss, I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude! I don't know if you know this, but there's like needles right there." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's just
normal.
That's just normal." And I was like,
It's the needle pipe.
Yeah.
We walk around Chicago. If you go underneath any of the trains, it's all just needles.
"Oh."
Apparently, like a week after we left Seattle, a guy. So we lived behind kind of this area with a couple stores. Apparently, some guy murdered someone, hopped the fence, and hid in our backyard.
Oh yeah, that happened. It was like some Hispanic dude. He was just running around, and the cops. We just heard the cops outside, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's Lucas's old house. What the heck happened? Maybe like, what if the Triggs hit a body in the backyard or something?"
I found it. Lucas.
And then it just turned out it was some dude, like, I don't know, shot someone or something.
Casual Seattle every day.
Yeah, typical Tuesday.
And I don't know. This is also, we have a parking lot behind our work. There's an all-black Cadillac with a fake taxi sticker on it. I wouldn't be surprised if none of you know what that is.
What? A fake taxi sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I doubt it's real. But I mean, first of all, baller move. Just driving around with a fake taxi sticker on your all-black Cadillac. Very fake taxi-esque. So every time I go to take out the trash, I take a picture of it. Fake taxi.
At where I work, random location number 1, there was a homeless dude, and apparently he was chucking logs at cars.
Nice.
And
as you do.
Yeah, our manager.
Tuesday.
So our manager is super kind. She can be really scary when she wants to. Like, she just freaks everyone out. Literally, she walks out there, just stands like next to the fence, and the dude leaves.
Intimidating.
Yeah, so I feel safe at my work because she's there. Cause,
Scary.
yeah. Do you guys have any fun work stories?
So we worked with each other at another job too. How many jobs have we worked with each other for? JCG,
Bouncetown, the church, Greenscape, 4.
Chad's JCG.
Chad was at the greenhouse.
Okay. Yeah. What do you guys call them again? Chad and
Chadikins.
That's
Chadikins. So after the greenhouse, I started working at the church. I was a creative arts intern, which I'm a creative arts intern at Northview. Creative arts intern, and we needed like what was even your title?
I don't remember.
We needed someone to like outreach for our church and like get people connected and like
local outreach manager, director, something like that.
Yeah. And so he was doing that. So we worked with each other for the church for like 6 months. Mm-hmm. It's like a 6 months deal. And then we worked with each other at Bouncetown, which was owned by one of our pastors, we found out. And so we worked at Bouncetown. We were delivery drivers. We would drop off inflatables. Bouncetown was like an inflatable company. So like blow up inflatables, and so we would go drop them off and come back 5 hours later and pick them up. So we did that for a while. We really didn't do that together a lot because usually because I can handle myself, Noah can handle himself. We never had any problems. They'd always be like, all right, separate these two and send the guys who can't handle themselves with each other.
Yeah.
If it gives you any kind of hint as to what we're like working together, the first 7 or 8 months that we worked at the greenhouse together, our boss would not allow us to work together.
Oh, and it's not a bad thing. Like some parts it was bad, but we also just worked super well with each other. So we'd get stuff done. We'd also screw around for it, right? Like we'd sit there and be like, "What do you think about this?" One of our favorite things we used to do is we would look at each other and be like, "Okay, $1 million, but you have to cut off your left arm." Would you do it? Or okay, this is a serious one for you too. I already know what your answer is. $1 million, but for the next however long your life is, 100 years, whatever, you have a snail constantly trying to kill you. And if it touches you, just a little touch, you're dead. Would you take the money?
For $1 million?
Wait, how
you get $1 million.
How quick is the death?
Instant.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I would say yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Because even if the snail touched me, I'm going to heaven.
That's true. That's true. But like even then, like okay, you get $1 million, right? Like all right, you can buy some nice stuff, but you just keep buying flight tickets, right? So like every year you move, right? So like all right, Hawaii. How's the snail going to get to me, right? It's going to take forever to go under the sea, move all of its way around, right? Sure. So I'm okay.
I would just buy $1 million worth of salt.
Surround yourself.
You can get the bugger salt.
Get a salt shotgun, like the shells.
That's true.
You see it coming.
The problem is the snail is invincible.
Yeah.
And so like if you kill the snail, another one instantly takes its place.
Yep.
But not in the same location.
Somewhere random.
Just somewhere totally random. So the snail could appear like right next to your foot or on the other side of the world, and you'd never know.
But you get $1 million.
But you get $1 million.
I would just buy myself a box.
A box. Just live in a shipping container and just lock the doors.
I would just have... Wait, so... Depends on how old I am. If I was old and I knew I could, like, make it out until I die with $1 million, I'd just have so much fun. But if I, like... might run out of the money. I might,
Wait, what would happen if you threw a snail in the ocean? Because it's very salty, but it's
That's
also
true. I don't know.
water.
It's invincible, so I don't know.
How many pieces of water would it take to kill the snail?
Full circle.
Full circle.
Depends.
But yeah, so we would always just like
pieces of water.
we'd mess around, like we'd ask each other questions, but we'd still get our work done, right?
Wait, what's your answer to that question?
Which one?
The snail one.
I don't know what my original answer was.
You always said yes.
Oh, I don't think I would take it.
Oh.
Just because I would live in the constant fear of where the heck's that snail?
I moved to Texas last week.
I
Where's
moved
it at now?
so far, but what if it managed to like be on my car
Or a bus. Hops on a bus.
Wait,
like,
what if
must
you
have
just
gone
went
right.
on a run?
Yeah, like
And you see it. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
turn the corner. Oh my!
the problem is like, how big is the snail? Because
there's other snails too.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. It's like, is that the killer
I
snail? Or is that just a
you
snail?
know what? I would spray paint that snail.
You would be constantly
I would
terrified.
make sure I would know that's the
You'd be
snail.
constantly terrified of which snail is it and how big is it.
I would
'Cause
make it.
I've seen some pretty darn small snails.
Yeah, and
That's
I'd have to
true.
make sure to make a good choice of color because if I spray it purple every time I see something purple, it's
That's just the door. Oh man.
okay.
Turns into Turbo the snail.
Oh my god.
At that point,
That's
just
a good
kill
movie.
it. Just get it over
You want to
with.
pick a question on here to ask everyone? On the left.
Or just,
on the
or
left.
just like come up with a
Or ask
question.
another question.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bite or lick ice cream?
Ice
Neither.
cream?
I
It's
don't
like
like
a-
ice cream.
It's a
Just lick
okay.
it.
So
I don't
you
like
do
being
both.
cold.
I do both.
No. Like
Oh.
people
Oh.
do both. They like it's kind of like a.
It's true. I can see that. It's
You
like
bite ice
it's like a
cream.
bite without teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a gumming.
Yeah.
Coming.
Stop.
That's a good word to describe. it.
I mean, I just tell it like it is. Noah, what do you
Favorite
think?
quote.
Let's go back to the ice cream question.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, if there's stuff in the ice cream, I would bite it. But if it's just like
That's true.
straight ice cream, because
It's
I'm not
like
gonna like
candy.
spend 3 hours licking a piece of like dark chocolate, because that's gonna take forever.
That's true. How
That's
many
true.
how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
52.
Oh, that's at the rope.
It's like 157, I think.
It
Well,
depends,
it depends
on
on
how big the Tootsie
how
Pop.
it depends on how
big your tongue is.
How good you are with your tongue.
yeah. It depends on how extreme your licks are.
Ah,
Like, are you going, or are you just going?
that's true.
So,
I think that is the difference.
favorite quote.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
what?
scared.
Um,
Some of the ones in there are definitely not appropriate.
Say 'em.
Yeah. Do it. We'll put explicit on this part.
would
no,
get
I
way
deleted
more
those
clicks.
ones.
Oh,
the
good.
quotes, I didn't delete all of them. I have a lot from
I have a lot of, like, if you just look up funny quotes on the internet, there's some really good ones.
Should I say this one, no?
Yeah, go for it. Is that me or regular?
That was you. That's
Oh,
you.
Really? Let's see
Yeah.
one.
I'll say read the other one. Yeah,
I can't say that one.
Okay,
That's good.
So this is from Noah. I think this is not that long ago. This is like December, January this last year.
I don't know the context of this one either.
Isn't you were smiling? We
Oh.
were like, okay, so we were like, me and Annie and I were like, no, you need to smile. And he's like, my cheeks don't get that tight. And we all just kind of looked at him for a minute, and he's like, he's trying to like get it was funny. I don't want to read you the other one. I'm trying to find an actual quote.
Oh,
Do you have a favorite quote?
You gotta kill me.
One of my favorite quotes from one of my pastors back in Illinois is he would always say, don't let the detours distract you from the destination. Nick Feldman, 20, whatever it was.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes.
It's true. I don't think I have a favorite quote.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird question because no one really thinks about that.
I did. Jeez.
Oh, good.
You have a favorite quote, Noah? The cool Noah?
I have one, but it's kind of lame. I have actually a lot, and they're all kind of lame.
That doesn't make sense.
Some people just need a
Quotes are-
high
quotes
five
are good.
in the face.
With a brick.
I was gonna say a chair, but a brick
works
works
too.
probably
I
much
want
better.
to hear his quote. Can you tell me?
I think I'll just say, like, this was my quote from 6th grade. My sarcasm has reached a point where even I don't know if I'm kidding anymore.
That's a good one.
I
like that one.
I heard this
Been there
one where
too.
it was the worst thing to ever possibly happen to you is when you're in an argument and you realize you're wrong.
Yeah,
That's
I've done
true.
that before. I do that with Noah all the time. We'll be arguing, like, he's right. He's like, I know he's right, but I don't want to say
Okay,
it. We're like,
when that happens,
That happens to you too when
Yeah.
you lived in Seattle.
100%. When that happens,
Well,
do
you
you guys
just keep going.
Yeah. So I don't.
That's Josh.
Okay, so you guys keep
and
going.
Noah, and Lucas and I.
I don't even know what I do anymore. I think I keep going still.
I do.
I'll
make up stuff.
I
I
will
will going.
I will actively prove Josh wrong. Like, hey, remember when you said this and said that this was totally right? Yeah, well, this is the thing that proves that it's wrong. And he's like, you smell bad. You smell bad, and that's wrong, and I'm gonna believe anyway.
Okay, so I was
true.
sitting at lunch one time. My friend told me that he completely BS'd an assignment. Like, it was on, like, World War I or something, and he made up a person and made up a story about that person. And he still got a completely fake person, didn't exist, and he still got an A on the project.
Noah and I were homeschooled, and my mom be like, I need you to do this paper. My mom didn't really know the internet that well, so I used to just copy and paste. Like, paste it.
I didn't do
Send
the
it
copy
in there.
pasting in college, but I did make up something that was technically true, but the level to which I told people it was true was not.
Nice.
What was it?
I had to write a paper at the end of a class basically describing like what kinds of practices or methods are useful for students to deal with stress. Like college students or high school, junior high students, whatever. So I was like, what kinds of things do people do to deal with their stress when they're in school? And I wrote a whole paper about coloring. And how using crayons and coloring inside the lines is incredibly helpful for dealing with stress. And it was a really good paper, but I never said coloring is good for students. It was always in super complicated words and made a whole lot of like academic sense, and my professor was like, that's amazing, you did such a great job on that paper.
And you're like,
I didn't have the heart to tell him, I literally just told you the coloring was fun. In about 700 words.
That's literally just like the honors program.
Yeah.
what was the paper you made? You were like, Josh, what should I write a paper about? And I was like, Save the Turtles.
Oh yeah.
And you wrote this whole paper about
it's
saving
today.
turtles.
I had to write a paper about a non-profit organization, and he said turtles, and I went, done. And it took me about 25 minutes, and I wrote a 2-page paper about turtles.
Nice. I think the longest paper I've ever written was like 4 pages.
Oh,
Same.
I've written
You've gone through
Yeah.
college, and the longest paper you ever written was 4 pages.
You just do extra credit.
Did you like 8-point font or something?
No.
Double space, triple space.
No, I did. Most of my classes weren't super, like, didn't have a whole lot of papers to them. I've probably written a good 8-page paper before, but
Maybe it's not good.
the amount was 8 pages. It wasn't good.
Oh. Fair.
All right. Do you guys want to take a break and get some water
Let's do
and a
it.
donut? Okay.
Heck yeah.
I have to wee.
I got my water.
We'll be back. All right. We're back. We were watching my YouTube videos. Subscribe.
Hey, Dad.
Link below.
Yeah, links down below.
Notification, hit that bell button.
Yep. Oh yeah, we have a
Like it, share it with a
podcast
friend.
clips channel where we put the
Whoa.
best clips from the podcast on there. So subscribe to that. Okay. So,
Link in
Oh
bio.
my god. So
Like and comment.
we were gonna do the soap question. So it was
Soap.
if you drop a piece of soap on the ground, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty?
Soap's dirty.
How dirty is the floor?
It's like a bathroom floor.
So our bathroom floor is dirty.
The soap's dirty.
Our apartment, there's like grass, there's mud,
Hair.
there's dirt, hair.
When was the last time you guys cleaned your bathroom?
I cleaned it last week.
That's
It's
probably
probably bad now. No joke.
yeah. Well, oh my gosh. Yeah. What? So you like did the research? What was the reasoning again?
My reasoning was, if you take a bar of soap and you drop it on the floor, the soap, like, the floor just has, like, a molecular amount of soap on it, and you have to scrub it in order for it to be clean. I went at it with a more, like, practical way, where if you just, like, took the soap and just, like, washed your butt with it, are you gonna immediately wash your face with the same bar of soap?
No.
No.
Because theoretically it's soap, it's clean, but
true.
you just washed your butt.
But it's true.
But I shower, I go top to bottom.
Oh.
So I never have that problem.
But like situation.
So then basically,
You,
Josh's poop
still-
ends up on his feet.
You just
That explains a lot.
Particles.
Get everything.
Real question. If you get out of the shower and you used soap and you dry yourself off with a towel, why do we wash those towels? Because you get out of the shower clean.
I just don't.
That towel never gets dirty.
I know. We don't.
I do.
Because my parents want to.
I mean, I wash it. I wash a towel like every other week. I'll wash it.
I probably haven't washed my towel in a good like
That's a lie.
I mean, I just washed it like last week.
Okay. I don't believe you.
I believe myself.
Oh my gosh, this is easily the best podcast I've ever done, dude. Okay.
Should I ask?
Yeah.
One? Okay, so I had to explain to him what
I was
Pepto-Bismol
so
is and what it
confused
does.
on this question.
Explain to the audience.
Okay, pretty much, if you have the runs, too much MSG, too much oily foods, you get the runs, you take Pepto-Bismol.
Taco Bell burrito.
If you take too much of it, it will cure your runs so much that it will block up your system and make your poop brick hard.
Constipation.
Yes, it will make you constipated. So,
Tip.
if you take expired Pepto-Bismol, is that going to make your poop harder, or will it be less effective and not make your poop as hard? I'll give you a second.
I think it depends on how much of it you take.
I think that's key. Can you take what? You got like a little cup thing, you know, like
Yeah.
you take one like a regular dosage.
Yeah, like a tablespoon.
Question.
Yeah.
You're allergic to milk, yes?
Yes.
If you drink expired milk,
Does it still have the same effect?
does it also, like, is it worse for you or
That's
better?
a good question. I've never tried.
Get any milk?
I think the same.
Actually, my grandma probably has expired. So, my grandma's refrigerator. She must have like pulled it from the '80s or something, because everything in there had like expired 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I pulled. We went down because we were out of mayonnaise. We went down there. I was like, "You got mayonnaise?" She's like, "Yeah, here you go." Expired in January. And what's really creepy is that my dad thought it was fine, and so he took it on our Oregon trip this week, and so we didn't have mayonnaise. I was like, "Dad, this is why you were sick this week."
This is a mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Maybe your grandma's digestive system just expired along with the stuff in the fridge.
So we were cleaning out her house in 2017 when we were moving, and we were going through her cupboards. We pulled out a can of soup from 1997.
That's
Probably
before,
still
that's
good.
before we were born.
20 years old.
It's probably still good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Campbell's, so.
Processed enough where it.
Yeah.
I was exploring one of the buildings at my house in Illinois when I was like 10 or 11, and there was a can of Mountain Dew. Definitely opened and crushed, but there was a can of Mountain Dew from like one of the first years that it even existed, which I think is like
Wow.
the 80s,
Yep.
just like in the corner over there. I picked it up, I was like, huh. And I went and looked it up, and sure enough, it was the label from the 80s. I was
You
like,
should have sold it.
it was worth nothing anymore.
Vintage.
Never know. What's the strangest place you guys have peed?
You never asked me this question.
All right, well, what is the strangest place
I'll have,
you guys
I'll
have
have them answer
peed?
first.
It might be easier to describe these non-strange places that I've peed.
I've peed out of a window of a car while I was driving.
That's impressive.
Was it like in the middle of nowhere or the freeway?
It was on the highway.
Some Tesla just pulls by. Hey, look.
We were in the right lane. I was like, Dad.
Is it
I was
raining?
like, Dad, I gotta pee now. He's like, there's a Gatorade bottle. And I was like, no, there's no Gatorade bottle. He's like, all right. And he rolled down the window. And I went, all right. He's like,
You know what to
don't.
do.
He's like, don't get it on my truck. And I was like, okay. What's the other one I was thinking of? I've also peed out of my bedroom window too.
Yep.
like
That's a bit more normal than a car on a highway.
That's true.
Definitely peed in some sinks.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes, you know,
Guilty.
there's just not a bathroom available, and you've got a sink that's low enough. So, I was in Europe. The urinal in one of the restaurants that I went to was just a trough
Yes. Yeah,
along
I know what
the
you're
whole
talking
wall.
about.
And I walked in and I was like, There's no dividers. There's like 7 men already lined up. I was like, I guess I'm just touching shoulders. And so I walked up, and Pete standing right next to 2 other men. I was like, this is weird. Yeah.
Are you that guy who, like, when you're all staying in the urinal, you got 3 urinals, right? Are you the guy who will go to the one farthest from the next guy, or you go to the closest one?
Farthest.
I
That's
go
like the rule.
I go either to the farthest. If there's dividers, I go to like every other one. So like I leave one in between the next dude.
No, I don't do that.
If there's dividers,
I go straight up next to someone and I'll strike a conversation or
What?
at least make eye contact. And
He's the worst possible person in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll touch people too. Like if like there's no dividers, I'll like bump them on purpose. Like I'll be like finished. I'll go. I'll walk away.
Okay. Are you the guy that like peeks over the divider?
No, I won't do that. If there's
That's
a divider,
a nice watch.
It's a good joke.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh my
watch.
gosh.
Terrible.
Dude,
yeah,
I am not that guy.
My school bathroom has 2 urinals, and if there's one person going, you leave that other one open until the guy leaves.
Yeah. That's the rule.
No.
That is
Or you
all
go
the
to
rule.
the toilet
Because you
with the stall.
you are marked. No.
Noah, where's the weirdest place you've peed?
So I have a weird place and then a really weird place. So pretty much what happened was I don't know what happened. I just went into the bathroom knowing I needed to pee. Toilet's right here. And I just go in the sink. No one's on the toilet. No one's like near the bathroom. And I just go in the sink. And then I was just going. And then I finished. And then it just clicked. I was like, wait a minute. I just peed in the sink.
How did I do that?
Am I drunk?
Why did I do that? So I was like, oh gosh, my parents can't know about this. So I was like, oh, yeah, so that was like weird. And then the really weird place I've peed and pooped. I in Tiananmen, middle of Tiananmen Square in China when I was like a toddler. I peed like just in a corner. I pooped my mom. Like she had me like. So what happened was I was very small. So my grandpa, I went to my grandma. Was like, I need to poop, and then he was like, okay, I know what to do. So he picks me up. Like my butt is facing down and my knees are on his hands. So I'm in like kind of a fetal position. And then my mom's holding up like a plastic bag underneath me. This is in wide open public in Tiananmen Square where it's like just people everywhere. And there I am just taking a dump in a plastic bag with my grandpa and my mom just tag teaming.
At least you were only 3 years old.
Yeah, at least I was 3. If I had to do that now, I'd never go to public again.
7, that age where like you're now like, you know, you understand stuff.
I have a conscience.
And you have a conscience. And you're like, I gotta poop. And your grandpa's like, all right, do it.
Josh, you looked like you were gonna say something.
Yeah.
I did. I had like a thought. I was like, all right, do you pee in the shower?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I did.
Yeah, I do too.
Mom?
We all do. Mom?
I'm sorry.
I hope my parents don't listen to this.
What's wrong with peeing in the shower?
Yeah, I just do
You
it
pee
like
in the
straight
sink,
to the
right?
ground.
Like,
Exactly. That can't be any worse.
But it makes it worse that I pee in the sink because the toilet was 3 feet away from me.
And unused.
And no one was using it. I was the only person in the bathroom.
Oh,
When I was in school in Chicago, I didn't know what this term meant until it had happened
Oh no.
in the bathroom, and it was terrifying to me. Somebody sent out a text message and said to everybody on the floor, and the text said, if you're going to poop in the shower, at least have the courtesy to waffle stomp it. Which I didn't know what it meant until I thought about it for a minute.
Drain.
He just meant stomp it down the drain. And I was like, wow, that's horrific.
I thought you were going to tell them about how, like, if the stalls were full, you all have to open the doors.
That too. We had an open stall rule at the bathroom. So the way the school was set up, there was 2 hallways, and in between the 2 hallways was like our lounge area, and the bathroom was behind that. So you could get into the bathroom from both sides. So you'd walk in through the 2 doors. The sinks were all on one wall, and you'd turn to the right, and directly across from the sinks and the mirrors were our 3 toilet stalls.
Oh.
For some reason, The guys on my floor, the year that I showed up as a freshman, informed all of us, like, within days of being there, we have an open stall rule. If all 3 stalls are full, the doors are open. And you can see, like, because you look across and you can see in the mirror the other 2 stalls. So if you were pooping in the stall and somebody came in and took that 3rd stall, they would just knock on the door and open doors. And you're like, fine. You have to open the door and make conversation with the people next to you while they're pooping. So anyway.
I have 2 stories. One of them shorts. In 6th grade, we had a problem of people pooping in the urinals and then taking them out and rubbing them on the wall.
I do not remember this.
At Terrace Park, yeah, the teacher just came in and was like, yeah, we need to talk about bathroom etiquette. Apparently, one of you guys thinks it's funny to rub poop.
That's why he doesn't remember it. He's blocked it out of his head.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was you. But, yeah, people rub poop on the walls. The other one is another one when I was in China. This is very remote. There's just an outhouse. Very dark. Very sour. And there's 2 urinals. One of them is normal. Well, normal for Chinese standards, and then the one next to me looks exactly the same, except the pipe that goes down and into the wall is just severed. It's just cut wide open. So if you went in that urinal, you were just gonna like pee on your shoes. So, which is probably why it stunk so bad. So me and my friend, we had to both go. So I was like, you know the rule: if you go here, you can't go until the guy leaves because there's only 2. So I went and I left, and then I heard him, and then I heard more trickling than what should have been happening. And then it occurred to me, I was like, oh no, I need to tell him. And then I turn around and I see it going in, and then I see it coming out, and then there's just a lake forming on the floor. And I was like, oh no, I should have told him. And then he was midstream, and I was just like, hey, that urinal's broken. And he was like, oh, it won't flush or something? And I was like, not quite.
It flushes too well.
Exactly opposite. He's like, yeah, you could be potentially, possibly, hopefully not, but probably are peeing on your feet right now. And then he looks down and he was like, oh no. And he was like already more than halfway through, so he's like, can't look back. So he just
gotta go through with it.
Yeah, just gotta go through with it.
Feet. Commit.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Man.
Okay, I totally forgot the animal question.
Oh, I've answered this one.
Have you heard... I think you've heard us do this. Name an animal.
Dolphin.
Josh?
Elephant.
Okay. Shoot. Dolphin and elephant. Name another one.
Frog.
Parrot.
Okay. Name one more.
Squirrel.
Fish.
Fish. That's very...
Goldfish.
Goldfish?
Goldfish.
There it is.
Oh no.
Okay. So you might have heard this before. Mm-hmm. The first one is what you think of yourself as.
An elephant and a
Beast.
dolphin.
The second...
I'm a giraffe.
I'm a giraffe.
I thought elephant's my favorite animal, and I have...
Nice.
Someone was like,
Well, too bad you didn't say it for the third one. The second one is what others think of you as.
What did I say? Frog?
Frog.
What did I say?
A parrot.
It's the nose.
And the hair.
The hair, too.
Yeah.
The third one is what you actually are.
Yes! I remember what I said.
Freaking love goldfish.
What did I say?
Squirrel.
Squirrel. It's true. I'm like spazzy all the time.
So one of my friends, he said lion, wolf, and gorilla. Like, that's the best.
That's pretty good.
That's the
That's
best
pretty good.
possible combination. This man said platypus, cat, and turtle.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's banging.
I like
Platypus and
turtles.
turtle are pretty similar. What you
Yeah.
think you are and what you actually are pretty close.
Okay, what is the single greatest thing to happen to humanity besides Jesus?
Hugh Jackman.
Sliced bread.
What?
Toilet.
Oh.
I'm really confused on sliced bread.
Sliced bread? Haven't you heard that saying?
He
The best thing
really
is sliced bread.
like
It's
Ryan
just-
Reynolds.
He does not. I don't.
Sliced bread. So here's the thing. Bread, as it has been like typically made for thousands upon thousands of who knows how many years, it's such a pain in the butt to get the right size piece of bread for your meal.
Right.
You have to like tear off a hunk,
Rip it.
or just like eat a whole roll because you're halfway through and you're like, I don't want to save it. You just gotta eat the whole thing. So sliced bread made portion sizes so much easier. Made sandwiches possible.
That's true.
I think Hugh Jackman's better.
No, that's okay. You can be wrong.
Sliced bread.
It's literally anything in the world.
Yep, sliced bread.
Nice. I like that answer, actually. I like your Hugh Jackman answer, too.
Hugh Jackman for life.
Yeah, those X-Men movies do kind of creep me out, though. I think he could keep his clothes on a bit more often.
No.
You'd be super. Go read some of the comics. And it's even more naked.
Yeah, but that's
more often.
That's not specifically Hugh Jackman. Though.
But I mean,
The Wolverine.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys like take toilets for granted because you've never been.
I could live with a toilet.
Yeah.
I've been camping a lot, and I didn't have a toilet a lot of that.
Okay,
survived.
there's that, but there's also going to places that specifically just don't have toilets, but they have bathrooms. Like, okay.
Just poop in the urinal.
Actually, yeah, so pretty much the most traumatic experience of my entire life. This is not an exaggeration.
Wait. I thought you said it was taking out the garbage for your job.
That was pretty traumatic, but not
This
close to
one's still
this.
top
This
dog.
one's like, that one's like here, this one's like all the way up here.
Okay.
So I was in a dinosaur museum in China. Once again, I know I keep talking about it and it's probably getting annoying, but
Nope.
I was...
hearing stories.
This is the first time I've ever gone into a public restroom in China. And so I go into a place, there's a rip-off Walmart next door. I go to there. Bathroom is like horror movie. Dark lights, flies around, no stalls. I walk in, there's this dude just on his phone, cupping a squat.
Just
on his
going.
phone. And I can see right at him. Floor's covered in just gross stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I can just wait until I find the next one. So I go to the one in the dinosaur museum, and it's better. Lighting's better. There's stalls, stuff like that. Except they don't have any toilets. They have holes in the ground, but man-made holes. So they're like ceramic holes with designated places to put your feet. So you have to squat.
The entire time.
Yeah. So, which is why I'm convinced, like, so many Chinese people are good at, like, Olympic events, because their
It's
legs
so
are
easy.
so strong. Because
Their entire lives.
if you just do a regular squat, you are just gonna go right into your pants. So what you have to do is you have to go completely naked. They have hooks. And you just hang them up.
Wait, couldn't you go like 90 degrees? Like a
Oh, you're gonna tip right in. You're falling
fair.
So
Free falling.
yeah. And so here I am, about to get my groove on, and then I go, and then I realize there's no toilet paper. And I was like, maybe it's just me. There's a basket right there. There's some neatly folded up toilet paper in there. I pick it up, used. So I put it back because it's nice and folded up. I thought maybe it's just pre-folded up for you. It's used, gross. I put it back. So then I'm just there like, okay, I just got my groove on. Now I'm just dirty. What am I supposed to do? I'm just here now. So then I just started yelling. I was like, Mom.
How old were you?
12.
This was last week.
Is that my house?
Japanese or Chinese toilet.
Yeah. So here I am, no toilet paper. I realized later that it's accustomed to not supply toilet paper in Chinese bathrooms, which is why they sell these little packets of tissue paper that you're supposed to bring in with you. I didn't know that at the time, and my mom forgot to tell me. So I was just there like stranded. So what I did was I put my clothes back on, except my butt was showing. Because I'm not trying to get myself dirty, right? I'm a very hygienic person. So what I do is I open the stall door. This is a public restroom, so there's people. So I open the door and I just immediately just bolt so my back is against the wall. And I'm just scooching along. And no. I'm telling you, this is not fabricated at all. This is 100% true. And I am scooching along. People are just giving me weird looks and I'm just like scooching along. And then I peer around the corner to my mom and like, they don't have any toilet paper. And then my mom's like, oh, that's right. And she just starts laughing so hard. And I'm like, why are you laughing? I'm here with my butt hanging outside in public. So she hands me a piece of toilet paper, or a packet of like portable toilet paper. Mm-hmm. I go back in, get clean, and the rest is just history. That was
I thought you were going to say that you started rubbing your poop along the wall.
It was just a skid mark.
Although I could get away with that. I probably could get away with that.
I thought you were going to say that's why my mom was laughing so hard.
Oh.
I had not the same situation, but it was close. Went into a public bathroom, no toilet paper. Oh. And like no one else is in there. I'm like, I need toilet paper! No one's answering, right? Like there's no one here. So I was like, what's the closest thing I have to toilet paper, right? So I just took my underwear off. You have to wipe with it. You throw it away.
Hey, you gotta do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that when I had the runs at work one time. Mm-hmm. Was never wearing that underwear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is a weird story.
Go ahead.
This has to do with diarrhea. I don't know how it's ever happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
This whole thing's about pooping. Like the last 20 minutes.
Podcasting with the pores.
We started with Pepto-Bismol and we just kept going.
This was at Josh and I's friend Kyle's house.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. Have you ever trusted a fart too much?
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
what do you mean?
Just like you're like,
a fart.
oh, that feels like a fart, and you fart, and then all of a sudden it
Actually,
ends up not being a fart.
Yes.
Okay, so that happened to me.
I had something happen one time that makes me never want to. I have not trusted a fart
in years.
Yes. But keep going.
It terrifies me now.
Yes.
Thankfully, I was in the safest possible place.
If I had to do it anywhere, Kyle's. That had to happen to me.
I mean, basically, but I was even in a safer place than just being at Kyle's house. I think I worked and went over to his house, and I went to go shower in his house. So I go up and I get in the shower and I'm blah 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 doing my business, getting clean, whatever. And I was like, "Ooh, I can fart." So I farted. All of a sudden I look down and I'm like, ah! I had actually just pooped, like diarrhea, all down my legs in the shower. And I was like, how does that happen? I was like, I didn't feel anything. Nothing even felt wrong. I was like, that felt like the most trustworthy fart in the world, and I've just pooped all over my legs.
Well, so much for cleaning myself.
Do you remember Noah Croskey?
I just showered.
There's a winter camp we used to go to back in high school, and all of junior high, I guess, too. And our friend was like, I'm out of toilet paper. He's like freaking out. I was like, dude, I don't have any in my room either. Like it's all gone. And I look at him and was like, take a shower. He just looks at me with bright eyes. Just, I love you. And he hops in the shower. He comes out like 10 minutes later. He's like, I'm never going to use toilet paper in my life again. He's like, if I go at home, I'm taking a shower. Like, he's like, this is brilliant.
Okay, another disgusting diarrhea story for people who love these. My dad worked at an elementary school in Seattle, and apparently one time a kid just absolutely let it all out,
just
with his clothes on, and they had my dad rinse him off.
With a hose, right?
Yeah, they were like, so this kid just has to take all his clothes off right in front of the school. My dad had to.
Oh, no. It's like a bidet.
I hate those.
He gets a power washer.
Automatic toilets.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh my gosh.
What's our next question?
Yeah, let's move on. We need to move on.
Okay, so we were watching Ron Swanson videos yesterday, which are freaking hilarious. I've never seen those. What's your favorite TV show?
Psych. Or Community. Community's pretty good too.
Wait, did you say Community?
Yes.
I heard Community.
Community.
Yeah. Okay.
Community.
Okay.
Psych though is number one.
Futurama.
Noah loves Futurama.
It's not an appropriate show. Don't watch it. It's hilarious.
I would say the same about Seinfeld. Hilarious,
Seinfeld.
not good for anyone under 10 years old.
True.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
show.
I already answered this question.
It's
I
The
said
Office.
The Office.
Ugh.
Number 1.
Ugh.
Close to is Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec's pretty good.
Yeah,
Parks and
nice.
That's a good one.
Watch Community next then. If you
Okay.
watch those two, Community.
I
is
actually
like
don't
this.
really watch TV. I watch The Office because my cousin has just all of them on CD, so I just watched all of them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I try not to, but then I end up sitting at home and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Psych. Community.
Did we ask what their favorite movie was?
Yeah, I
Yes.
said Braveheart.
Braveheart.
And,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Have you guys?
Interstellar or not?
Yeah,
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Have you guys seen? The answer's probably no, but have you seen the Tomorrow War?
Oh yeah,
Tomorrow.
it's the Chris Pratt. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised at all. It came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Chris
It's
Pratt movie.
so good.
You guys have
I've been
Amazon
on a
Prime?
loop. Yeah.
It's on Prime for free. It's
Okay.
it's
Maybe I'll watch
really
that later
actually.
today.
It's so good.
It's really
Nice.
good. Watch it last
Probably like close to.
Yeah, it's close to my top 10.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt.
Best actor. You can't argue with
Nah, it's Hugh Jackman.
Chris Pratt all the way.
For sure,
Hugh
Mike
Jackman.
couldn't hear a word I said, but that's okay.
If you
If you
had
could
to-
choose to be an inanimate object, would you say yes? And if so, what would it be?
Do I have the ability to change back from that inanimate object?
No.
No.
No. So I just have to be an inanimate object.
Yeah.
And I would retain my sentience.
Yeah, but you could say no. You don't want to be an inanimate.
I'd say no.
Okay, then let's say yes. You can change back. Owen immediately he's like, yes, a rock.
Rock's a good answer.
I would want to be something that like moves a lot, like goes lots of different places. It's not really a car, but like I don't know, maybe a plane.
Motorcycle.
Okay, that's a good one.
I would choose to be a bench.
Sit on
Sit on my face.
Can't
Oh,
breathe.
He's farting. Is it gonna be diarrhea?
Don't trust that one now.
Yeah. Oh man. What? Oh man. What's your favorite fast food place?
Five Guys.
Ah.
Same.
Five Guys.
Wait, yeah.
I'm actually thinking about going to Five Guys after this.
Oh yeah.
I can use a burger.
Yeah.
Same.
Five Guys. Nice. I'm running out of questions.
If you guys have any questions for
Yeah.
this,
Why is gas a liquid,
Gasoline.
but people call it gas?
Because it's short.
Because short.
Yeah.
Gas. Gasoline. Diesel.
But why is it a
fuel.
liquid?
Mm,
Gas should be a
it practically is like gas.
Yeah.
It
vapor.
evaporates very
Fumes.
fast.
it's true.
fair. I just looked up dumb question. Oh, okay.
Questions.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Oh yeah, we asked that.
An elephant?
Mhm. I just want to get their opinion.
An adult elephant. Probably like
300.
I was gonna say 100.
100.
Yeah.
We
I
said
think 300
100,000.
because if you think to kill it though.
Yeah.
Right? So like have you ever seen an elephant in real life? Like elephant, I love. Anytime I can see an elephant, like their foot, they're it's like the size of the bed, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like half the size of the bed. That's like how many chickens can you fit there, right? Like that's like
Chickens
that's
move
like
quick,
5
though.
chickens. It just
Elephants don't move that
No,
fast,
dead.
and chickens are pretty.
I'd
quick.
say at least 300.
Also, they can fly.
100,000.
That's
I even think 300 is too low. I might have to say like 1,000.
7.
Like,
Yeah. It's a lot.
But so the elephant and the chickens both have a very focused mindset on killing the
Okay,
other one,
that
right?
changes it then. Right. If
Okay.
we do that, because if it's just chickens aren't going to attack that.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
take like
elephant,
a
no, like-
million years for chickens to kill an elephant.
They're actively attacking one another.
Yeah.
The difference is elephants aren't that quick. They can run pretty quick,
But they're not reacting.
but they're not reacting quickly. They've got a trunk. They can do that, but chickens also fly.
They also have a giant butt. They could
True.
just sit.
Just sit down on 100 chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 more things, and then we can
Wrap it up.
3 things. Name them.
Okay. Favorite Bible verse.
Romans 8:18.
I told my friends that one. They're like, "Ooh, that's good." Read it from your on.
What we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory He will reveal to us later.
Thumbs up. I mean, did you hear the one that Isaac said?
No, I don't think so.
It was first.
First Samuel.
Yep, I know which one he's about.
Wait, what do you think it is?
First.
It has something to do with a donkey.
Nope.
Oh, there's that. Wow, I'm surprised.
It's 1 Timothy 2:12.
Yeah. You should know it then, women.
Yeah. It's hold on. I gotta get not.
Go ahead.
Oh, it was, but I do not allow a woman to teach or exercise authority over a man, but to remain quiet.
Sounds like him.
There's I probably shouldn't be telling you this as a leader in the youth group, but there's a verse in one of the Old Testaments that has something to do with a donkey penis.
A donkey slong.
And it's one of the guys in college. That was his favorite verse. I was like, why? He's like, because it's hilarious. It's like, okay.
Oh, it was Ezekiel 23:20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses.
Stop telling him bad stuff.
I'm sorry.
Jesus,
Caleb's
is good.
gonna fire us.
He
No,
doesn't
Caleb.
listen to this.
Yeah, Caleb
It's true.
does not. Dude,
I'm
what
gonna
if we
send
got
him this
Caleb
one.
on here?
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
Oh,
so
that'd be
fun.
sick. Oh, this is the most people who's ever been on the podcast.
Nice.
We've only had 3
Now if
and a 2. But
we
never
have
had
cool Noah and not as cool Noah.
and
true.
And
Josh.
Josh and this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm here every time.
Heck yeah.
I never leave.
You're the most
What was your favorite
important
Bible verse?
part. One that I go back to a whole bunch is not a single verse, but it's Colossians 1:15 through 20. I won't read it because it's super long, but basically it talks about Jesus and how he is he's the image of God, the exact imprint of his nature, and how everything kind of has its existence and is wrapped up in him and has its being in him. Basically saying that like Jesus is super important and everything is in and from him. Super cool. I like it a lot.
That is a good one.
It's a good reminder.
That's good. Okay, so then the last part was, do you want to, like, plug anything? Like, literally anything. Recommendations. Anything.
There's this cool channel called Lucas Trig Films.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification things, the bell.
If you scroll down, there's this button that says share.
Yeah, share
Yep.
it. Yep, share it. Don't hit the dislike. Just ignore that. Pretend that's not even
Actually,
there.
like, they, like, removed the dislike button.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
That's
now
good to
it says
know.
how
I
many
can't dislike
I
anything.
think they changed it to, like, Reddit, where it's, like,
Upvotes and downvotes.
yeah.
So it takes one away.
Ah.
By the way, that's like the best system in the entire. Like, if Instagram had a dislike button, all day just dislike, dislike.
Goodbye.
That's dumb.
Don't
Dislike.
like you.
Rice gum.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the outro is a sound
Sound.
on
Just
3.
make
So
a
it's like the
sound.
initiation, but a sound.
Oh, got it.
I don't have it. Hang on.
I got it.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm so ready.
I am
Also,
not
have
ready.
you guys seen the new Dude Perfect video about cell phone stereotypes?
Nope.
They have this one. It's called the Android problem. It's
Green bubbles? Who's got the Android?
It's true.
that's you.
People are so pretentious.
I don't have.
How dare you be green?
Stupid.
I don't have anything, guys. A noise.
A noise?
Just make it up on the
Yeah,
spot.
just-
That's what I do.
What's yours?
I'm not telling you. You can't cheat off
You
of
did
me.
your peacock.
This isn't
That's
a
what I know
test.
exactly what you're doing.
Shut up.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Oh wow. Yeah, that kind of ruined it. All right. Well, guys, thanks for being on.
Maybe they
and
didn't hear
You're welcome.
subscribe, like, and share. Oh my word. Wait, everyone be silent. and I'll fade out the music to this noise.
Okay, hold on. I need to dry my cheeks. Very funny.
That's a good one.
They're his face cheeks. Just so you're all aware. If you happen to be listening to this and not watching it.
Don't want you to get the wrong idea of what's going on here.